So even though this eye is not very clear, you can see the major weaknesses. Okay, so the first thing you notice are the bowels. Here's ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. Okay, they're chronic. You have chronic bowels. The dark line going around the pupil, that's a malabsorption ring. You're malabsorbed. Okay, you're not absorbing nutrients as you should be due to mucus plaque in the small intestines. This needs to be removed, cleaned up. You can use the bowel strength tincture and the bowel cleanser. These are very fine lines leaching out of the pupil. That's called radii solaris. Indicates toxic tunnels of waste leaching out to other body parts and glands, especially the brain section right here. Now, there's a bit of a white color here. I don't know if this is a reflection, but if it isn't, and this is all white, then this is cholesterol. Okay, indicates the body's using cholesterol to bind to metabolic waste, to fight metabolic waste, and it's plaquing. Okay, so you want to address that. There's also a purple hue going around the iris. That's also cholesterol, indicates cholesterol activity. There's also purple hue or hazy look, a plaque look on the pupil. That indicates cholesterol as well. Potential eye issues. There's a lot of inflammation on the sclera as well. Indicates high acidosis as well. There's a lot of congestion right here in the pineal and the forehead region. You see this color right here? Hits pineal in the forehead region. So this will affect your sleep. Eventually, it will affect your sleep. You might end up having insomnia. And also the pineal gland controls so it's hormone regulation. There's some hormone regulation. So you need to address this. Use endocrine tincture. Right here is where the eyes, nose, upper jaw, lower jaw, tongue, and mouth regions are located. The sinuses, see this congestion there as well. So you need to take steps to clean this out. You know, nutty pot with essential oils. You want to do ear candling, eye washes, and massages the back of the head. Anything you can do to help break the mucus congestion in there. Okay, because remember the head houses the important glands in there, and you don't want acids to be affecting them. So you need to clean it out. Weakness in the thyroid right here. That's where the thyroid is. Okay. And right here is the parathyroid, and right here is the other tonsils. There's a bit of congestion there, so you want to address that using the endocrine tincture. Okay, right here hits the voice box region. You can see this darker here. Okay, and below it's esophagus, and here's scapula. So you want to use respiratory T and respiratory 1 tincture to help make the mucus congestion here. There's congestion in the bladder and lower back region. So here's the bladder, here's the lower back region. There's congestion there as well. So you want to address that. Use the lower circulation tincture, okay? But this is actually kidney filtration. Everything you see is kidneys because the lymph stagnation, the grayish blue color you see, that's lymph stagnation. This would be a blue eye, okay? And the level of congestion, stagnation blocks it. So you have this whitish beige color, okay? Grayish color. So once you get the kidneys to filter and the lymph moves, this should lighten up a lot. And this section right here hits the mastoid medulla as well as cerebellum region. Okay, you can see the congestion there. So this needs to be addressed as well. You can use the neurological tincture, okay, endocrine tincture to strengthen this. These will eventually affect you and you have dizziness, balancing, equilibrium issues. Okay. The lower lung and the thorax region right here. So this section right here is the chest, ribs, thorax region. Is congested with lymph as well. So here's the lower and upper lung region also congested as well. So I would use respiratory T and respiratory 1 tincture to address it. And this eye has the same level of weaknesses again. You see those rings going around. Those are nerve rings. Okay, this eye is clearer so we can see it. This indicates weak adrenals. And you see those white dots, those white cloud-like structures. That's lymph stagnation. Okay, and it's quite prominent. You can also see dots going around. The white dots, those called lymphatic rosary, indicates that your lymph nodes are stagnant or moving to the swollen side. So it needs to be addressed with lymphatic herbs and the 100% fruit diet. You have a malabsorption ring around the pupil. The bowels are also very present. Here's ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. The bowels are chronic. And they have a deep malabsorption ring as well. So that's also bad as well. Use the bowel cleanser, the bowel strength tincture as well. So this dark spot right here hits the lower lungs and the pleural region. Okay, so thorax, rib cage, are all here. It's congested, and here the lower and upper lung region also congested as well. So we use respiratory T and respiratory 1 tincture. You see that dark spot going right there? That hits the spleen. Okay, so the spleen is right here. It's very congested, and beside it is the arms and hands as well. So the spleen is what cleans the blood, so it needs to be in good working order. It's congested. I'll use lymphatic spleen tincture to address it. You see it's quite prominent right here. And that dark spot right here hits the pancreas, and the ovaries are right here as well, also congested as well. So I would use the female reproductive formula. Strengthen these parts. For the pancreas, use the liver and pancreas formula. Right here is where the kidneys are located and the adrenals. You can see it's prominent as well. Again, kidneys and adrenals always an issue. So you want to address it with kidney tincture, kidney tea, and adrenal tincture as well. If your kidneys filter, you can be able to move this waste. Okay, and the eyes will lighten. It's a blue color. And this dark spot right here hits the vagina and the uterus region. Okay, see they're also congested as well. Use the female reproductive formula. It's quite significant. And right here is where the lower back region is located, and right here is the middle back region, and here's the upper back region. There's congestion there, and the spine runs here as well, so there's also congestion. Use circulation tinctures and herbs and fruit diet. That dark mass right here, okay, thyroid. You see, thyroid is weak. So you have a skin ring as well, indicates weak thyroid. So use a thyroid lift tincture, okay. Above this is tonsils, and beside it is parathyroid, also weak. This deals with wrinkles, bruising, easy to bruise, varicose veins, brittle nails, all that's a weak parathyroid. It deals with calcium utilization. So you want to address that, okay. But use the thyroid lift tincture. It can also support the parathyroid as well. So overall, I mean, this eye, again, with the other eye, the main pressing, really obvious issues would be the bowels, and the kidneys and adrenals, okay. The chest and the lungs and chest region also seem to be affected in both eyes. There's congestion in the brain section as well, okay. But and the spleen was very obvious as well. So we need to clean all that up. Of course, it's going to take a bit of time because it's quite deep, and you will get better with time. It has to be a lifestyle change. But overall, this is a blue eye. It will turn much lighter blue, and when you clean the bowels, you see everything turn much lighter, and you can heal quickly because you do have great genes. You have nice fine lines, and it's indication of good genes, so good recovery.